So the Norwegian government has proposed to introduce school fees in their universities. I'm a bit heartbroken right now. This is because I had planned to make a video for you guys to share about free education in Norway, and also I wanted to apply to Norway for a couple of people. Now that this news has broke out, I know there are a couple of questions that are revolving around your mind right now, and in this video I'm going to talk about just two questions that might be on your mind right now. Okay, the first question is, are schools still free in Norway? And the second question is, should you still apply to schools in Norway? Maybe you've wanted to move to Norway because you heard that schools are free there. So ladies and gentlemen, keep watching if you want to find out what my answers are to these questions. Before I proceed, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, kindly hit that subscribe button and don't forget to click the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I drop content. If this video is exciting to you, please smash the like button. There are a couple of videos on my channel already that I've made, and every week I drop content. So if you subscribe to this channel, I promise you that you will not regret it. Before I proceed, let's take a little break and I will see you after the break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this was the first place I saw the news about this proposal. I wanted to apply to this university. I had intended to apply to a couple of my clients as well. And when I saw it, I was a bit heartbroken. Now, let me read it for you. The Norwegian government has proposed the introduction of tuition fees for students from countries outside the EU, EEA, EFTA beginning in the 2023 autumn session. A final decision is expected by mid-December 2022, which is this year. Until further notice, applicants from countries outside the EU, blah, 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 applying for a degree at NTNU starting in 2023 must be prepared to pay tuition fees. This does not apply to exchange students from partner countries or to students from the EU. More information will be provided once it is available. This is not applicable to those coming to Norway or going to Norway for Erasmus. Okay, I want you to pay attention to this place. It says you must be prepared. If you're coming from outside EU, if you're not an EU national, you must be prepared to pay tuition fees. Before I delve into answering the two questions I talked about in the introduction, I would like to ask why, or I would like to answer, why are they proposing to introduce tuition fees in Norwegian universities? Now, if you're in Europe or even some part of the world, or let me say almost the whole world right now, there's inflation. I don't know about your country, but there's inflation over here in Europe, especially here in Poland, which I know about. So I think this inflation might have played a role in it. So they're trying to look for ways to, get money back. And for the fact that Norway is one of the few countries that are not charging tuition fee right now. Maybe they felt like they want to follow the footsteps of their Scandinavian counterpart, Finland. Some time ago, Finnish universities were free of charge. Okay, but now they are no longer free of charge. I'm going to say something about that later. So to answer the first question, are schools still free in Norway? Yes, schools are still free in Norway until the proposal is finalized mid-December this year. To answer the second question, should you still apply since schools are still free in Norway? My answer is no, and I'll tell you why. Please follow me carefully. Don't apply to Norwegian schools, at least for now. Let me tell you why I said so. Now let's take Finland as a case study. Initially, Finland were not charging tuition fees until in 2016 when they introduced tuition fee. It was just the same like this. They proposed something like this, and in the end, the tuition proposals received the unanimous backing, the unified backing of all three parties in the country's coalition government. The new legislation came into force on 1st January 2016, meaning that Finnish universities are effectively permitted to charge non-EU tuition fees as of now. Do you understand? Finland is one of the countries in the Scandinavian area, you see, and Norway is also one of the countries in the Scandinavian area. If you make your research, you will realize that Sweden, which is one of the Scandinavian countries, is charging tuition fees for non-EU candidates. Also, Finland, being one of the countries in the Scandinavian region, is also charging tuition fees. And also Denmark, all these countries, they are charging tuition fees. Okay, so Norway is like, maybe I think apart from Iceland, is one of the countries that are not charging tuition fees. And coupled with what happened to Finland, after they deliberated, they came to conclusion that they are going to charge tuition fees. I believe that Norway will follow suit. I believe that Norway will do the same. If you want to be powerful in life, you must recognize pattern. Now, the same pattern that played out for Finland might play out for Norway. This is very, very important. So guys, let's look at it this way. Let's say the proposal was not finalized this year and you applied to move to Norway with the notion that schools in Norway are still free of charge. And on your arrival to Norway, they now told you that the proposal has been implemented and you have to pay school fees. Now I feel like if they're going to introduce tuition fee in Norway, it's going to be high. This is because standard of living in Norway is high. Okay, and that is why I'm thinking that it's going to be high. Look at Finland. After they introduced tuition fee, the tuition fee is high. So if you find out that you have to pay tuition fees in Norway after getting there and the tuition fees is high, what are you going to do? And you didn't prepare. So do you think this is a risk worth taking? For me, I would say this is not a risk worth taking. You can check out other schools in Europe, that at least you can afford to check out other schools, like fee-paying schools in Europe, or other schools that have scholarships in Europe. At least for this one, you're sure of the school fee situation. You're sure that you can afford this before going there, or you're sure that you have a scholarship already before moving to these countries. And to find these opportunities, after watching this video, I recommend that you check out other videos on my channel. You might find a school that you can afford, or you might find an opportunity that you've been looking for. Now, what I stated about you not applying to schools in Norway for now, this is just my personal opinion, okay? I might be wrong. So please, if you have a contrary opinion, feel free to put in the comment section below, okay, so that we can help each other find out the best solution. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that Norwegian universities are a no-go area. Don't apply to Norwegian universities, at least for now, until we find out what their final decision is, whether they're going to implement this proposal or not. If you liked that video you just watched, please give me a thumb up on this video and subscribe if you have not subscribed. Okay, click the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I drop content. And if you have any question, please put in the comment section below. Okay, till I come your way again, have a great time. See you in my next video.